Hi guys, Miss Story here. I want to talk to you really quickly about creating original sentences for the vocabulary quiz, and I'm going to show you the format for the quiz. Now, your quiz will be online and instead of on paper, which is normally how I do it. So normally what I have my kids do is I have them number all the way down the page, and then I'll start calling out words. So I might say prolonged, and then they have to spell it. And then I'll give them a couple of seconds and I'll say impulse. And then I'll call out another one, receding. Disarming. So on and so forth, all the way down. So I call out those words. On your quiz, you're going to have an audio button, and I hope it works. Otherwise, you're going to have to get somebody to call them out to you, because I want you to do your best at spelling. I'm probably not going to count off right now on spelling, but I want you to do your best at trying to spell these words. So you'll have them written all the way down the paper here. And then, like, here are your words, right? Let's see if I can put a couple more on there. Surmounted, protruding. Let me pick those two. So surmounted and protruding. All right, so then what you're going to do is, after you get the words written down, and you could do this a little differently because, like I said, it's going to be online, you'll write the definition of the words. It doesn't have to be exactly what we have, what I gave you guys, but what I do expect is that I know that you know what it means. So prolonged means extended, and it's really about time. Oops. Impulse is a sudden urge to do something. Protruding is sticking out. So you're just going to go through and put a definition. So then is the important part, where you are going to go in and create an original sentence for these words, and that'll be right underneath it. So I kind of crammed these up here together, so I'll have to, you probably want to skip a couple lines. I probably should have not done that, but because I want to write a sentence that goes with these words. So I'll try to write a little bit of shorter sentence, or maybe I could do with protruding and surmounted here. So let's start with that one. So you see this word ends in an ing. I can change this word in any form as long as I use it correctly. Okay? Protruding is an adjective, so it's like sticking out. So you could use it describing like some kind of noun. And I would advise you to think about your picture that you drew, and then possibly think of a sentence that goes with your picture that will further reinforce what you're doing. So I think when I talked about protruding, I talked about a nail sticking out. So pretend like I drew a board with a nail sticking out and like a foot getting ready to step on it or had just stepped on it. So I used it the same way, protruding. The boy just stepped on the nail that was protruding from the board. And that way you used it correctly, because The nail is protruding, so protruding is modifying nail. I know that you know what the word protruding means. And then let me write it a different way. So let's think of another sentence, and I want to change the word. So alfalfa's hair. Let's do alfalfa. Alfalfa from the Little Rascals. I'm going to underline that because that's a TV show. Alfalfa from the Little Rascals is known for his, oh God, and the way I changed it, I wanted to put protrude for his, for hair. Let's change it like that. For hair that protrudes. And I'm not thinking about these sentences very much. You should probably think about it. Like I said, I would write your sentence about your picture. That's going to help you remember it. But see how alfalfa from the Little Rascals is known for hair that protrudes. Like a cowlick is known for a cowlick. That's messy, but you kind of see what I'm trying to say. I mean, you would fix that. But receding, like I would draw a picture of my daddy's hairline. But if I wanted to draw a different, you guys drew something different, like car lights. I cried as my father's, I'm writing all about my dad's today, tail lights is that 2 L's? Receded into the night, into the darkness. My daddy's going on a trip and I'm watching him drive away. How sad. So see, I use the same base word, recede. I cried as my father's taillights receded into the darkness. Impulse, you could do something, I don't know what your picture drew, but you want to write a sentence based on your picture. So I was thinking about writing something about someone who's impulsive. Darcy is so impulsive. She never thinks things through. These are examples of you using the words correctly in a sentence where that makes sense, and you're demonstrating to me that you know what that word means. So if impulse means a sudden urge to do something, if I say Darcy is impulsive, I know that, and I especially added she never thinks things through, I know that you know what this word means. And this is the goal for you to be able to use these words appropriately. Okay? So this is just a little overview, and we could talk more about it at 2 o'clock today if you want to join the Google Meet, and you could ask me questions about it. Okay?